Hello everyone, welcome to episode 19 of the Dark Souls 3 New Guide walkthrough. So, here we are. This is the end. If you do not have the DLC, this will be just about all the content there is in this game. I definitely missed a few things, and there's some storylines and quests that I didn't do that were NPC related, quite a few of them, but that's for you to find later. I just got you basically through this.
And the lords go without thrones. Surrender your fires to the true heir.
I actually just like treat them with respect. Noble lords of Cinder, like they're disembodied heads. Like I didn't go over there and cut all of them off, just about.
Let him grant death to the old gods of Lordran, deliverers of the first flame.
So it's cool they actually mention Lordran. This is cool because then that acknowledges that it was a real place, which may or may not be here. But yeah, so you arrive in a darkened Firelink shrine, and everything's dark and jacked up and wrecked and stuff. And this is, maybe the real one. I don't know. This is the third one we've run into at this point, so who the hell knows what the hell is going on in this game at this point. So I'm grabbing lightning because he is resistant to bleed and weak to lightning. But he's not immune to bleed, so if I can get a bleed on him while doing lightning damage, then why not? So here we are. If you have the DLC, to your left is going to be a bonfire. This right here will get you to the Dreg Heap. I actually have not done that DLC yet. I've done the Ashes of Ariandel, like played it. I've not played anything of the Ringed City. So when I get to this in the walkthrough, it is not going to be a walkthrough so much as a blind playthrough. So after watching me play the game and be relatively competent, you're going to watch me get my ass whooped by that DLC, I'm sure of it. Because if it's anything like the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, which is like Gank City, you're just getting constantly, man, I don't like that DLC, but it's okay, it's worth getting. It's definitely extra content, but here we have the Soul of Cinder, which I guess is supposed to be like all the people who have linked the fire beforehand or something, an amalgamation of them. I wish there was some sort of like lore behind it that I could, kind of dig into, but they didn't really give anything. So he's just pretty much running around with the coiled straight sword, or the coiled sword or whatever. And yeah, so you can stagger him, you can't backstab him, you can't riposte him, you can't parry him, and he has different like forms that he can adopt. Like right now he's got a curved sword form, and I think he can throw pyromancies too, yeah. So when he's in his curved sword form, he has pyromancies. He has a spear form, which it's like a lance or whatever. He can also poison you because it's a pyromancy. I think he's using his spear form now. This is actually pretty good because we're showcasing a bunch of the forms. So it's going to be a mix between like a spear and a halberd kind of style. A lot of thrusts, periodic sweeps, and he also has a sorcerer form. So if you have the Vow of Silence miracle, his sorcerer form is like just boned, like he can't do anything at all while he's using it, but he's not using it right now. So, oh yeah, he's actually going to use it too. So we got all the forms. That's handy because now you've seen them all. But yeah, most of his attacks aren't going to happen when you if you Vow of Silence. So you'll get his life bar down, and he's going to stand there, and you need to just get away from him because he does that. And now he's like channeling like Lord Gwyn, so it's kind of like the Lord Gwyn fight, except he's got this 5-hit combo that does like, I don't know, 1200 damage or some like wild amount if he hits you with like any part of it. And it's got ridiculous range, so it's kind of nonsense. So, moral of the story is just, I guess, figure out what that 5-hit combo looks like and avoid it like the damn plague. Because even if you're behind him and you get hit with one of the hits, you'll get hit with that last hit for sure because it bounces you and you're stunned and you can't get up until that last hit hits you. So you're at the very least getting hit twice. But he's not a very exciting boss, as you can see. Like, he's just doing his thing. See the range that thing has? It's like ridiculous. And if he gets you from behind, like if you're behind him, he can get you on the backswing. So he's got this one, and that's going to shoot a bunch of lightning bolts down. I've never been hit with it, but I'm sure it does like a pretty massive amount of damage because it's easy to avoid, so it's got to be brutal if it hits you. But pretty much what I'll do is I'll roll around the what would be the shield side if he had a shield. And just kind of punish him, hit him once, hit him twice. And try to, when I roll, you should try to roll behind him as opposed to kind of like off to his side, which is why I keep getting roll caught by a few of his attacks. He kind of like, I'll be rolling away. Oh, he's got a grab attack. Neat. Don't get hit by that, even though it doesn't really do as much damage. But it was pretty quick. So then he's got like a sunlight spear. Nope, that's the one where it rains down again. So as long as you keep moving, that one won't. Jesus, that one won't hit you. I must have been getting real aggravated at this point, because like I don't really like this boss too much. So it's just like, can we get it over with? Yeah, see, 5 hits every time. Nothing you can do about it. Does a lot of damage, and it's got crazy range. And it arcs around him in a really like weird way. So that's there it is, Soul of Cinder. You have officially beaten Dark Souls. You get the Soul of the Lords. So the one bit of advice I can give you is before you go to New Game Plus, and it's going to ask you if you want to begin your second journey. Buy all the stuff you want, because it's going to reset all your vendors, it's going to reset everything. So right now, basically, I'm just running around, because I've been trying like hell to get the Lord of Hollows ending, and I'm trying not to spoil how to do it for myself. So I'm not like Googling anything or looking up videos or anything, because I wanted to actually experience it. And every time I go to set it up, it never happens. So I was just making sure I didn't miss something, because I think last time I did it, I like summoned the Firekeeper, and that was like, boom, done. So there's going to be a few options. If you summon the Firekeeper, it'll give you one ending, and if you don't, it'll give you another one, and then you can link the fire, and there's a few different endings. So pretty much I'm just wasting my time. But spoiler, I am going to usurp the fire. I'm going to usurp the flame, and that ending is going to be here. So if you do not want to see it, yeah, I came back and talked to Yuria to make sure that like that's going to be a thing. So if you do not want to see the usurping of fire ending, then you should probably just tune out right now. The next 2 episodes are going to cover the Ashes of Ariandel DLC, and then after those 2 episodes, we're going to do a blind playthrough of the Ringed City, which ought to be really interesting. It is probably be like 3 or 4 episodes because I imagine I'm gonna get my ass beat constantly. So, spoiler alert, this is an ending. You should tune out now if you do not want to see it. But if you do, thanks for watching, and come on this journey with me. Super cool. That is definitely the coolest ending in the game, in my opinion. And yeah, right here it's asking, New Game Plus, yes or no. The answer should be no, because you're going to want to do some other stuff first, especially if you have the DLC. If you haven't hit it yet, you're going to want to hit the DLC, because you don't want to do it in New Game Plus. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time, episode 20. You are no longer new guys.